you know, and that's been for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I promise I'm not saying that because there's a tradition of theater, of dialogue, of language, of learning your skill, of learning how to act. And so someone like Judi Dench, right now in The Queen, how many of you have seen The Queen? That's a wonderful film not to miss. And so these kind of people who could deliver performances that have some depth and meaning behind them. Kate Blanchett is another actress I talked to that I absolutely adore, because they will talk about how they do their craft. Kate Winslet also, how they come to a character. And there's one of the problems in America is a lot of these actresses are not learning how to do that. Scarlett Johansson was just in The Black Dahlia, and she was playing a prostitute. I didn't believe for a second she had ever been even around a prostitute. She didn't have the edge and the sorrow needed. And when I reviewed it, and the same is true for the person she acted against in that film, is it Ashton Kutcher? No, it says somebody like that. You know, these whatever. And, well, I mean, I hate to sound like Paris Hilton or whatever, but I mean, some of these people are not, they get so big so fast, they don't bother learning the craft. And when I was sitting with an anchor once again in the newsroom, and I was saying, you know, she hasn't learned the craft. And he said, you mean you go to school for that? Oh. Yes! Yes! My God, our culture! Our culture, what's happened? You think you're born knowing how to act like that? So, anyway, so I get a little frustrated. But yeah, there are some people, like usually, as I said, the British I often gravitate toward these days. Yeah, Helen Mirren is, and you know, an American woman doesn't get that opportunity. You have to look perfect. It's very sad, and these women are allowed to age, and we all know we all only get better as time goes by. We even get sexier and more exciting and more vibrant. So how sad Hollywood won't allow American women to do that.
Where do your interviews appear?
Oh, well, they don't cut them to pieces. Sometimes on Channel 4, yeah. Sometimes on Channel 4. Not, and sometimes I do them in person. Tuesday night, I'm interviewing Ed Norton in person at the Kabuki. So that would be nice at 7:30, so you can call it Kabuki Theater about that. I'm doing it. A lot of times I'll do on-stage interviews.
Great.
What is the role of an extra? The reason I ask is many years ago, I was an extra in a Disney movie and learned that they did not pay me. And I called them and said, since you're a $1 billion industry, I'm not going to work for nothing. And I told that to a cab driver who said to me, thank you, because if you don't work, I get a job. Do they still not pay extras?
Well, there's a guild called the Screen Extras Guild. Have you ever called SEG, SEG? Screen Extras Guild, they take care of that. They make sure that you get paid. That's why unions have such an important role in Hollywood, because they love to work people for nothing. Yeah, so I would make sure that you talk to the guild about that. They're located in Beverly Hills.
Jan, I'm David Daner, member
Hi,
of the Cathedral and the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus, which will be with you Christmas Eve.
Can't wait.
A brief Grace Cathedral moment and then a question. Our past verger, Albert Lander, of blessed memory, and I became brothers when he came here. And one of our traditions was Christmas night. Once the cathedral was closed and we had chased everyone out graciously, invite them back at 7 a.m., we would share dinner together either at my place or his place, and our Christmas movie was The Lion in Winter.
Oh, The Lion in Winter. Oh, I love it. Peter O'Toole once again with Kate Hepburn.
And Abomination in a remake.
Oh.
That being said, a difficult question. I used to live in Los Angeles. I have friends in the industry.
Right.
And it seems to many of us that over the last 25 years, that there is an untold story in Hollywood where extras, actors, directors, designers, grips, electricians, this industry has been decimated by AIDS.
AIDS, absolutely.
And they are desperate for story. They're desperate for the art because so much of this talent has gone.
That's right.
Is anybody interested in writing that story?
Right.
To find out, and I'm not talking about Rock Hudson, I'm talking about the ground level.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Elizabeth Taylor said herself, she said, without gay men and lesbians, there'd be no Hollywood. And I grew up there, and my mom and dad would drop me off on their way to Farmers Market to this wonderful bookstore where it was wonderful people like old costume designers and set directors and all gay people. But and they were wonderful. They kind of started me on my movie memorabilia collection passion. But in terms of your question, is there a place to put that story? Here's what's happening in Hollywood, and it's an ugly answer, but I try to stay real. They are chasing the adolescent market. They do not want to put money in something that is cerebral, smart, uplifting, intelligent, because it won't make it with that market that they're chasing. That's why so many of my friends can't get their scripts made. I've been in the Directors Guild of America since 1977. I still go to meetings. I'm right on ground level about what's going on, and it is very hard to get the green light. The only way this is going to happen, and this is where the inmates run the asylum, is to get a star connected with it. You get a star of a real magnitude, Tom Hanks, right? Or Robert Redford. Thank God Robert Redford started Sundance. Get somebody who's got some clout in the business. Tom Cruise, like that's going to happen. Did he used to sing at the Gay Men's Chorus? Oh no, that must be someone else. His lookalike, right? He came through town. But anyway, you need a star attached and who can get the money moving and get the deal made, and then you get that movie. So that's what you have to depend on now, the stars. Yes, it's a great idea.